Hi Verbling, my name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And today we're talking about household vocabulary. We'll be seeing lots of pictures and going over some exercises to practice. If anyone out there is interested in private lessons, I do private tutoring lessons as well. And my schedule for Thursday and Friday has some holes in it if you want to book a session. Omar, welcome to class.
Welcome.
Good to see you back, Omar. Are you ready to learn
Thank you.
about household vocabulary?
Yes.
Very cool. So let's get started. I'm going to screen share a document for you. Here we go. Oops. We're almost there. It's going to take a second to load the right thing. All right, well, while that's waiting to load, why don't you tell me about your floor plan, the floor plan in your house. So that would be like how your house is organized, which room is where. You're muted, Omar. Uh-oh. Omar, can you hear me? Okay, well, while I'm waiting on you and the document, I'm going to tell you about my floor plan. The floor plan in my house is we have like an entrance room near the front door. And then to the left, we have a very big kitchen with a table in it. So we don't have a dining room, but we've got a big kitchen with a big table in it. We've got a family room, but not a living room. The family room has a couch and a TV. Are you back, Omar?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome. So tell
I'm
me
sorry.
about the floor plan of your house. How is your house organized?
Okay. My father house is big, and we have a big kitchen. For my mother, I think it's 8 meters to I think to 7 meters. I think it's big, and we have a lot of how can I say the machines that's prepare the cook.
So an oven and a stove and things like that?
I'm sorry?
You said you have machines to cook.
Yes,
You
we
mean
have
like
a lot.
an oven?
We have a mug, if you know. I think its name MUG.
Like a thing you drink from, right?
Yes.
Got it. All right. And how many bedrooms do you have?
As I told you, we have 4 sisters and five. I have 4 sisters and 5 brothers, and
Uh-huh.
we have six. We have 6 bedroom,
Wow.
and one. Uh, s- yes, it's big.
It must be a big house. How many floors is it?
Floors?
Yeah. How many stories?
Stories, we have one.
So all that on one story? That's
I
a
think the meaning
lot.
I think the meaning of stories that we have, that we stories
I'm
what we
asking
have.
about the levels in your house. Are there stairs to a higher level, or is it all on one level?
Yeah, it's uh, the doors.
Stairs. Do you have stairs?
Uh, I don't under, I don't understand the meaning of stairs.
Stairs are when you step here. Hold on a second. I'm going to screen share something that will help us talk a little bit about this. Okay. How about this? Can you see this okay?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So stairs, let's see. Stairs are right here. You see how there are these steps up, 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 up?
Yes, yes, I see.
So this is one story, this is another story, and this is a third story. I guess this is even a fourth story. They have a lot of stories in their house.
Yes.
So how many stories in your house? Just one?
No, no, we have 4 stories.
Wow! So it's
Yes,
really big.
yes, it's too big.
And do you have a laundry room?
A lantern?
Yeah, a laundry room would be this room here, where you have a washer and a dryer and you clean your
Yes,
clothes.
yes, we have 2. In the
Two laundry rooms.
yes, in the first floor and the second floor we have the 2.
Got it.
Yes,
Wow, pretty impressive house. Thank you for sharing a little
yes.
bit about your house, Omar.
Thank you.
And I'm going to take a guess and say Jair. Is that how I say your name?
Yes, sure. It is Jair.
Where are you from, Jair?
I am from Brazil.
Oh, cool. So, will you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your house and how it's organized?
My house?
Yeah, how many rooms are there? And then you can use this model to kind of describe it. So we've got bedrooms and bathrooms and floors and stairs. Tell us how your house is organized.
Okay, my house is, we have 3 bedrooms, 1 living room, 1 kitchen, a garage for 3 cars, and I have a dining room. Dinner?
Oh, a dining room?
Yes, dining room as well.
Excellent.
Yes, I think we have seven rooms. Not 7 rooms, 7 pieces in the house. If you can share, we have 7 parts in my house.
It sounds pretty big. How many floors is it?
2 floors.
All right, 2 floors.
Yes,
So,
because I have 3 kids, and we are living 5 people, so we need not a big house, but a comfortable house for everybody feels comfortable.
totally. So today we're talking about household vocabulary, little words that we don't use frequently, but then every once in a while you need that word and you wish you had it. Let's talk first about where you plug in your computer, where you put this part of your computer. What is it called where you put it into the wall?
I don't know.
Omar, do you have any idea what it's called where you plug in your computer?
We have a lot of in one room. I think it's two plug.
All right. So some people do call them plugs, but plug is actually the term for, here, let me unscreen share a second. So this is a plug, and sometimes you'll hear people say that the part of the wall is also a plug, but it's actually called an outlet. So the part where you put it in is an outlet, and this is a plug. And you say you have at least 2 outlets in every room, Omar?
Yes.
You must have a lot to plug in.
Yes. You know we can put the charge of smartphone for the laptop, so we can use it for a lot of.
Yeah, we always
Yes.
need more, huh?
Yes.
Do you guys know the difference between a family room and a living room? What's the difference between a family room and a living room?
I don't know. I think it's not. I don't see the difference.
They're sometimes used interchangeably, but a living room is usually a little fancier than a family room. So a family room is a really casual place where there's frequently a TV and a couch and everyone can relax and be in their pajamas if they want. But a living room is where you might invite people if you have people over. You might invite them into your living room, so it's a little more formal,
Yes.
a little more fancy. That's the only real difference. But otherwise, they're pretty similar. Sometimes if you don't have multiple rooms, you kind of have one of both, right? So there's a little overlap sometimes. If you only have one, you get to decide if you call it a living room or a family room or whatever you want to call it. Okay, what about this? We've got this picture here. What is this?
I don't know.
It's a doorbell.
Doorbell.
Yep. And what about this? Another part of a door. But what part?
I don't know as well.
That
A
part
door.
that put your hand to open the door.
Yep. So we've got doorbell. Door knob. And this one over here that isn't round is called door handle. A door handle. So we've got doorbell, door knob, and door handle. Jair, in your house, do you have door handles or door knobs?
Door hands. Door handle.
And do you have a doorbell?
Doorbells. Yes, sure. We have one.
All right. Omar, do you have handles or knobs?
The door of the bedroom, we use the doorbell, and the living room and family room, we put door handle.
Got it. And do you have a doorbell?
No.
No doorbell. Okay. So the next picture, we see a window, right?
Yes.
But there are a few different parts of a window. Can you guys name any of the different parts?
No.
I'll give you some of them. We've got window sill, a window pane, the window sill is this flat part on the bottom. The window pane is the glass. You've got the grill, which is this crossbar here. And let's go down. We're going to have some fun now. So we're going to name some appliances and utensils that we use to make things. Are either of you guys good cooks? Do you guys like to cook?
Yes, I usually prepare barbecue to my kids on weekends and for the family.
Nice. So tell me, Jair, how do you do that? Tell me all the utensils and appliances you use for a barbecue.
Can you repeat it? Cut your voice a little bit.
What are all the utensils and appliances you need for a barbecue?
Okay, I usually need a pen.
A pen?
Yes, a fork and a knife.
What do you use a pen for?
It is a type of pen that you put all the meat or beef.
A pen?
Not a pen, but I don't know how to say the correct name.
What do you do? Do you cut on it, or is it like a box you store meat in?
Yes, I store meat, but I usually put some garlic, for instance, salt, and I keep the meat there for 24 hours before I roasted the beef.
A Tupperware? Like a plastic container?
Yes, Tupperware, right. Tupperware. Yes, right. This is the correct name.
All right, so you use a Tupperware, a knife, what else?
Fork.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Brazil, we prepare a type of barbecue called, we call in Portuguese, churrasco. And we need to use a stick and we stick the meat and
that's
put
called a spit.
Yes.
That stick you're talking about is called a spit.
Spit, yes. So, and we keep the meat under the fire for about 3 or 4 hours, and after that, the meat is done.
Awesome. So, when you say on the fire, do you mean like on a grill, or just on an open fire?
It is not an open fire. Let me see here if I found a picture on Google. Just a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me see here. Can you look at Google and share, because I can't do that.
So what do you want me to look up?
Look for this word. It is like in English, Brazilian barbecue.
All right, so I'm going to screen share for you, and you tell me what one you want me to understand. Hold on. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so are you talking about like this with the grill underneath?
This is the type of meat that we usually do in Brazil. It is very traditional in the south. Yes, this is.
So you put the meat on a grill, right?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Looks pretty delicious. What about a cutting board? I bet you use a cutting board too, right?
Cutting board.
To cut the meat on? It's like a piece of wood that you cut meat on?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Jair. And
Okay.
Andre, welcome to class.
Yes.
So, Andre, we're describing how to cook something. Jair just described how to barbecue meat, and he used all the implements like the knife, the fork, the cutting board, the grill, the spit. So he told us how he grills meat using all of those appliances. What do you like to cook, Andre?
I cook on the steak and with spaghetti.
So describe to us what you would need in order to cook steak or spaghetti, whichever one you prefer.
But I usually on the grill.
Grill, okay. You grill the steak?
Yeah, outside.
Uh-huh.
And I usually toaster and blue flour with. I don't take a coffee. I don't usually coffee. I don't know what is the name for the coffee.
Coffee?
Well, but you usually a bowl for to add to water. I usually I don't know this name. You have a toaster.
Oh, I see. You're naming the appliances on the document. This one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Well, why don't you describe to us how you would make soup? What would you need to make soup?
I usually boil.
You boil it, right? So what kind of thing do you need for heat? Do you put it in the oven?
I put on a bowl and I and, le foil, c'est quoi le poêle, Cadette? Okay, fine.
Huh.
I'm sorry. I don't remember the some word.
So you probably put it on the stove, right? Above the oven?
Yeah, okay. Yes. I opened the button with the stove.
Uh-huh.
So hot on the fire.
Uh-huh.
After that, I check a little a minute with
What kinds of vegetables do you need?
usually salad, carrot, with radis.
What?
I think. I don't know the word in the French, English. Oh God. just usually a second. Radish.
Radish. Okay.
Radish. Radish.
All right. Carrots, radish. Anything else?
And the salad?
Salad or like lettuce? No, not lettuce.
Yes, I usually cook some radish with some salad.
Radish?
Yes.
But you said salad. Salad isn't usually something we cook. Salad is something eaten raw.
Salad, salad, tomatoes, with radish, with a salad, with some tuna.
Tuna, huh? The fish?
Tuna. Yeah, fish.
Okay.
With a salad, and you have with radish. After that, I don't remember.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good soup so far.
Far? What is far?
Anything else you want to add into that soup?
Yes, I'll use. Yes, I take the soup. Yes, for supper. After that, yes, I have a soup and vegetable. Vegetable soup. But after that, you have a dessert. Dessert.
Yeah, dessert. My favorite part of any meal. Dessert.
Okay. Because you have two. You have dessert or dessert. Here is the same word.
They're pronounced the same. Yeah.
Yes, it's the same pronunciation.
Well, we've got actually three. So we've got desert, dessert, and another word that's dessert. So the first word is with cactuses and mountains, and it's very dry. That's desert, with a stress on the first syllable. Desert. But the sweet that you eat after dinner is dessert, with stress on the second syllable.
Okay, I understand now.
And there's even another word, dessert, that means to abandon, but that's separate.
Okay, deserter.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much, Andre, for describing soup for us. Jair, will you describe how you make a smoothie? Which is like another term for milkshake. So Jair, how would you make a smoothie? What would you need?
I don't know. Milkshake?
Yeah. You can look at these pictures and see if you get any ideas.
Okay, I think ice cream.
Okay, could be. What else?
Ice cream. Tea?
Tea?
Tea.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe some fruits?
Yes, maybe.
And how would you mix all these things together?
I think we need to use a mixer. We need to cut everything together. And we need to leave the product for a certain time in low temperature.
I would use this one here, this appliance called a blender.
Blender.
Is that what you use as well?
Yes, sure, we can use it as well. But you know, in fact, I have never used that, but I think this is the process. You need to cut, mix, leave the product in low temperature for a certain time, and after that it is done. And sometimes you can use artificial colors, and you can use artificial flavors as well. Or you can use natural fruits like strawberry, mango, lemon. It
Which do
depends
you
on.
prefer?
I usually prefer strawberry and lemon are my favorite flavors for ice cream, for instance. I don't like chocolate. I don't like milk, for instance.
You don't like milk?
Yes, I don't like milk. And cheese as well, I don't like. And yogurt sometimes.
All right. So since we've kind of done that for a while, let's switch gears a little bit and talk about your neighborhood. Andre, can you tell me about the things that are in the area of your house? Do you have a post office? Do you have a grocery store? Tell me about your neighborhood.
I just talk. I have a good site for to learn around exactly the word around in the house.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yes, I just shake my screen if you want. You check.
What
Okay.
now?
Is the refrigerator, freezer, ice cream, store. No. I just
Awesome. Oh, I see.
it's very good for to usually because you have and the house around the house
Mm-hmm.
you have a garden. Okay, garden. I just check the garden. Okay,
It's
if you
cute.
I, if you want, I just shave and the link is the good for usually because I listen the word. I check a picture.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Just check on the link. I like this. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You're
What
welcome.
about parts of a sink? Let's talk about the parts of a sink. What do you call this thing here?
I think is the neck.
This?
I don't remember exactly. Kitchen. At home. I think
Jair, do you know?
faucet.
Yeah, that part's the faucet.
Yeah,
For sure.
faucet.
So in a normal sink, we've got a faucet. And now I'm going to screen share what else? Other parts. What about this part here, that small little hole in the
Sink.
bottom?
Sink.
Okay. So the whole thing is called a sink, right? All together it's a sink. We have the
Yeah.
faucet that's right here that lets water
Yeah.
out. But what's
Drain.
the drain?
Drain.
Drain is the bottom part.
Yeah.
And what about these pieces here, the two white pieces on the side?
Robinet. I don't know this one. I
We
don't
can just call
remember.
those the handles.
Huh?
The handle is okay. We could call it the handle.
Handles. Okay.
So we've got the drain, the faucet, the handles. That's it. Jair, how many sinks do you have in your house?
I have 4 sinks. I think one in the laundry room, one in our kitchen, and we have 2 bedrooms, and we have 1 sink in each bedroom as well. In each, yes. bedroom.
Awesome. Sounds like a lot. So,
Yes.
okay. All right. Thanks. What about a hinge? Do you guys know what a hinge is?
Yes.
What is it?
Range is, for instance, you have your door, and to open the door, you have to, you should have a range to open and close, to do the movement.
Yep.
And sometimes it is used to hold the door as well.
Yes.
Yes. I learned this word a few days ago because I am engineer and I work with packaging development. So I was trying to develop a lid for a packaging, and I was looking for the correct word, and I found range.
Ah,
To
yeah, it's a
open
very
and close
useful
the
word.
packaging. Yeah. So I learned this word a few days ago because of that, my job.
Excellent, very useful. What about shingles? Where would you find shingles on a house?
Shingo.
Yeah, shingles.
What are you writing this for?
I'll put it in the chat box for you.
Shingo.
Ooh, sorry. Now you guys are seeing that weird picture. Hold on. So there's actually two things that are shingles. Shingles can be a disease, but more frequently it's used to talk about a rooftop. You see these individual pieces of roof?
Okay.
That's one shingle. Two shingles, three shingles. These here. So the shingles on a roof. Jair, do you have shingles on your roof?
Yes, we have many shingles in our house in the roof.
Andre, do you also use shingles?
Yes, I have. Is the Shingo? I have a Shingo. Yeah.
Have you ever broken a shingle?
Yes, I don't not work exactly, but I have my roof is I replace and Shingo and for in my on my roof.
Got it.
Yes, I in my house. I don't have 60 ago, I think. It's the second. Uh, it's second. I replaced this shingle.
And Jair, did you want to say something else about shingles?
Yes, our shingles in Brazil are a little bit different from the US and other countries that is snowing, that has snowed.
So why are they
Because
different?
we have the roof is a little bit different, and we have let me see, we have a shingle in Brazil that we call bracelet. It is a big shingle. Let me write it here, and maybe you can, just a minute, you can try find. In the chat box, I wrote the name of the shingle.
Brazilet, huh?
Yes, in fact, it is a brand, but if you look for this brand, you can find. Okay.
I see a kind of crystal. Is that what you wanted?
No.
Hold on, I'll show you what I see.
Okay.
I don't think these are right.
Okay. No. Let me uh, let me write down here again. Try this one.
Oh, I see.
Yes, because chimbos in Portuguese is telhas.
Like this?
Yes, yes. There are some houses in Brazil that it is more cheaper than other chimbos, and
Mm-hmm.
people use it a lot in some houses in Brazil, in the south, because it is cheaper. You can build your roof faster than original chimbos, for instance.
Mm-hmm. What about a pantry? Jair, do you have a pantry in your house?
Pantry. What's the meaning? Can you show a picture?
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if Andre knows what it is. Andre,
Yes,
do
I
you
know
know
what is the pantry because it's
what's
the
a
name
pantry?
for the pantry is the same name for in Quebec.
Perfect.
Yes. Is the
So what is a
pantry
pantry?
is the pantry is the place for to cook and the kitchen is the place for the deck for the west around and the for I don't garden dining room. Okay. The pantry is the place for to is the comfortable for just fix. You know, is this?
Mm-hmm. So it's the place where we store lots of our food. Obviously not the food that needs to be refrigerated, but it's usually got lots of shelves, and you put cans and boxes and bags of food in your pantry. Is that what you were trying to describe?
No, it's not the same
Oh,
pantry.
not quite the same.
Uh,
So, Andre, what do you keep in your pantry?
Un pantry, c'est is this attends, cuisine.
Uh,
Okay. I just checked my screen because I just checking my screen. Not difficult with my mouse. Okay. Is the pantry is the place? Is this? Do you know? Oh no, I don't. I don't. Okay.
hmm?
Okay. Do you know my picture?
Dining room?
Yeah, his dining room is the place. These days, his name is Pantry. On,
I can't.
on,
It's a
on.
little too small for me to understand what you're pointing at. Is it a
Okay.
stove? A counter? Counter?
Yeah, counter is the Pantry
Counter.
name. Yeah, it's the
Ah,
same.
I see. Got it. So we call it a counter.
Yeah, yes, the counter. Your name is the Pantry.
Got
I think.
it.
I think it's the British possible. No.
Could well, I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not really good with British English. You'd have to
Oh,
ask someone from the UK.
okay, I don't know. I
All
am not.
right. So,
Because okay.
what do you keep in your pantry though?
What?
What do you keep inside your pantry? Look at this pantry. They store all this kind of food, right, on their shelves. What do you keep in your pantry?
Keep. What is keep?
To have. So, to have for a long time. Keep. So,
Keep.
what do you have in your pantry? Pasta, tuna, corn.
Toaster.
Okay.
Toaster with a blower and cup and knife with salt, with pepper, ice cream. Ice cream.
You keep ice cream in your pantry?
No, it's not ice cream. It's ice tree.
An ashtray?
Un cendrier, c'est un ashtray.
Like for smoking? Ashtray?
Yeah, ashtray for smoking.
Got
Because
it.
my wife, she's smoking.
Ah, okay.
She's so in the phone, and sometimes is the plug the phone and c'est la prise.
Okay. Jair, what do you keep in your pantry?
For sure, I usually keep in my pantry shelf-stable products like tomato sauce, pasta, mayonnaise, salt, sugar, macaroni, fish can.
Like tuna?
Excuse me?
You said fish in a can, right?
Yes.
What kind of fish?
Salmon, not salmon, but some sea fish, you know. I don't know the name. Yes, it could be, sure. And yes, I usually keep there dry products or a product that you can keep in, we call shelf stable, right?
Mm-hmm. Staples. Mm-hmm.
Yes, stable in the regular temperature in our area, for instance, but usually for dry products.
Got it. Yeah, beans are a good one.
Yes, rice, beans, and yes, this type of product.
All right. I got another question for you guys. Where in the house would you find a mantle? A mantle.
Mantle? What is mantle?
That's a good question.
Is the mantle is the word for to think? Mantle, no?
Uh-huh.
I don't know exactly the mantle. I don't know what the signification this word.
So mantle is actually maybe you guys don't even have a mantle. Hold on. I'll show you what a mantle is. It's possible you guys don't have them. Today
the class should be very useful for women, right?
So this is a mantle. It's the part above your fireplace where you have a little shelf for stuff.
Okay, the mantle on the chimney.
Yeah,
chimney.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you have a mantle, Andre?
No, and long time ago, I am young, but I have it in my house with my mother and brother. I have and mantle and chimney.
Mm-hmm.
In the Montreal a long time ago, but I don't have a chimney now. Do you
Jair,
have?
how about? Yeah, I have one. Most houses in the U.S. have them, I think.
Okay.
I don't know why. Jair, do you have one? A mantle and a chimney?
No, Brazil is a tropical country, you know, and in the south.
Do you have fur fire?
No. Yeah, some house we have in Brazil in the south, because in the south during the winter the temperature usually can go down, but not a lot. It is not common to have mantle in Brazilian houses.
Okay. All right, next question. What is a hose? What's a hose?
Hose.
Hose. H-O-S-E in the chat box.
H-O-S-E.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so it is the outside. Oh, it's the same name. It's the same name I pronounce. The hose. The hose.
Perfect.
Okay.
So what does it do?
A rose to a rose and flower. I usually my wife usually hose for to some water to wash on the car. You and if you don't have purring, you usually for to flower.
Yeah. All right. Jair, do you have a hose?
Yes, we have a garden.
What do you use it for? The garden?
Yes, I used to water the flowers, and I used to wash my car and my motorcycle, and I use it for to clean the sidewalk as well. Yeah, some parts outside the home.
All right. Do you guys have drapes in your house?
Drapes.
Drapes. Do you have
Drape?
drapes?
What is drape? Drape. Drape.
Drapes.
Drape. Drape. D. Okay, you spelled D-I. D-R.
It's in the
E.
chat box.
P.
D-R-A-P-E-S.
P-E.
S.
S. Okay. Okay, another checkbook. Okay. Okay. I have some problem with my mouse. Okay.
So what do drapes do?
Oh, drape. Oh yeah. Okay, drape. Okay, I know these drape. I usually for windows.
Do you have them in your house?
To blank. I have a store. I have a store. But I have some blade. Yes. Yes, I have some blade. And in the kitchen. I have another window I usually store.
Got it. So you have some drapes at the store.
Yeah, I usually store for to and the window. You know what is the store?
The store, as in a place you go to buy things?
What? Blank? Ah, blank is stores en anglais?
Huh?
Okay. Blank. Okay, I'm sorry because my wife said me is for the store is the name in French. Do you usually the store for the English?
A store is in a place you buy things? Like, I'm going to the store to buy bananas.
Blank. It's not. No, it's not the magazine. It's the store. Is the blank and the window.
Blanket?
Store, I suppose.
Will you write it in the chat box?
Non, c'est pas une grosserie qu'elle veut. Store. Yes. Quoi, c'est écrit store? S-T-O-R. Store window.
Jair, do you have any drapes in your house?
Yes, we have 2 drapes. But what is the difference between curtain and drapes?
Drapes are longer and fancier. They're very tall. So curtains are short for small windows, and drapes are very tall for windows that go like from the floor to the ceiling.
Okay, because in Portuguese, I think we have just one name.
Yeah, do you know you have a store or a store?
Blinds?
What? Store Venetian.
Blinds. Those are blinds. The little pieces of metal, right?
Okay. Is the appellation is the store. And I think
I see. I see.
Okay.
So you don't have drapes, you have blinds instead.
Okay, blank. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, do you guys have any questions about vocabulary around the house before we finish up today?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so it was a pretty cool, relaxed class. I want to thank you guys for being here with me, and I hope to see you all again soon.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thanks, guys.
bye bye.